Hello everybody, it's the 5th of May today, and you're looking at here my swamp cypress, my pond cypress that I've grown from seed, probably 5-6 years old. I've pretty much lost track, and I've kind of also lost track of getting on and doing something with this tree. I wasn't going to repot it this year, but I was going to cut it back quite hard. I have been growing it and cutting it and growing it and cutting it since it was a seedling, and it's achieved quite a nice stature now, I think you'll agree. Almost forgot to put in the can for scale, but there is the can for scale. A fabulous root base that I'm really pleased with, which I'll show you in a minute. But I'm going to try, or I am aiming to try, for a flat top style, which is not something that we see in this country, here in the UK. It's a common in the southern states of America, I understand, and I stumbled across John Janeagle's channel, and he hasn't posted for quite a long time, so I don't know what's going on there, but he grows a lot of, or did grow a lot of flat top pond swamp cypresses, and that's what I'm aiming to do. So the first thing I want to do is cut back anything that I don't want in the final design. So here is that chunky root base. We've got a root here that's somehow come out of the ground and has died off, so I'll just remove that. But the rest of these roots are well and truly clinging on to this pot, which is one of those large seed trays sunk into a gravel tray which doesn't have any holes, so that holds water and keeps this tree very wet throughout the whole of the summer. I'm in two minds what to do with this secondary trunk, so for now I'm going to keep it, but I'm going to remove the lower growth, these little shoots and things. I'm working on the tree in situ, as I think I started to say, because it is blooming heavy. I haven't got anyone here today to help me move it, and this, as I say, this tray is full of water, so we probably both end up soaked anyway, so I won't be able to give you the traditional 360, but hopefully you understand that. Okay, and I'm gonna cut that back. Let's move the camera so you can see a little better. Okay, I'm going to remove all these low growths. The flat top cypresses don't have a traditional bonsai type branch structure. As I say, search out flat top swamp cypress on YouTube and see if you can find John Janeagle's channel. There are a couple other people doing them as well, but John's channel was the one that turned me on to this style, made me think, yeah, I want one of those. So yeah, they are generally devoid of branching for the first 3/4 or more even of the trunk. You can see where this tree has been chopped and branches removed and grown on and thickened and chopped again. So okay, so we'll try and get to the top. Camera's on its highest point on the tripod, so at least you can see the top there. So I'm still going to remove a lot of these growths. I probably should have got to this sooner. Tree has wasted a bit of energy going into this these shoots, but I may try and root some of this in water, although technically I keep telling myself I need to cut down on the number of trees that I've got. It's quite hard, it feels wasteful if I throw away cutting materials, if that makes sense. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm mad, but okay. I think I might go and get my step ladder. This piece I'm still not sure what I'm doing with. It could be part of the design. If I cut it off, it can't be. I'm going to shorten it to there and think about it. I can always think about it, or whilst it's there I can only bemoan its fate if I've lost it and then decide to use it. Let me go and get a step or something so I can work on this top piece a little better. All I can see now is, having looked at the screen, is that I need to repair the roof of my shade house. But there you are. Okay, I'm going to lose that one that's coming out of the front, and I'm going to take out this central piece. Now, from memory, and as I say, other people can explain this better than I can, these trees come about when they naturally shed their lower branches as they get older, and then in the wild, where they live in sort of hurricane, tornado, storm country, they often get struck by lightning, at which point the tops turn into these large flat areas, multi-stems, and the branches come off, form branches to the side, if that makes sense. So I'm just removing a few of these shoots that are going back in towards the trunk, and interfering one with another. And then I need to decide whether I want to form a flat top to this as a secondary trunk, or in the end lose it entirely. I'm still unsure about this piece. I think it's very long, very straight, and I'm going to interfere with these other pieces, and now I have all the pieces coming from different places on the trunk, which will prevent getting that bulge that you can get if you've got all the branches coming from one spot. That's better. Not many of my trees that I've got I need a step ladder for. Of course this is on quite a high bench, but it's kind of cheating. But it's easily 3 feet. Yeah, 3 feet. And one of these days, Santa, if you're listening, I should like a nice pot to put it in. I'm thinking possibly a nice drum pot, maybe a foot 14 inches across, Santa, if you happen to be listening. You knew I was going to have to, didn't you? I've tucked some of these branches that I've trimmed off the swamp cypress into this fish food pot filled with water. We'll see if they root or not. They're quite happy to root out into water, so I see no reason why they shouldn't. Keep your fingers crossed. Okay. So here we are, pulled out. Am I convinced about the secondary trunk? I'm less convinced now than I was before. Go away as a bit of homework and look at those flat top Cypress bonsai videos if you care to, and come back and let me know, what do you think? Should I keep that secondary trunk, or should I lose that secondary trunk? I have left a few shoots on the trunk that I'm going to let grow out as possibly gins, but for now that's its basic setup. Let me know in the comments. Do you like it? Do you not like it? That's another one done. Hope you enjoyed it. Do all the usual YouTube things, the liking, the subscribing, the commenting, but most of all, stay safe everybody. Please stay safe.